you make it? Okay, good. Just making sure.
I was going to call you.
Tell my parents.
Just backing in the drive.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, thanks for checking up with me.
Yep, love you, pup.
Okay, I love you too.
Bye. Happy birthday to... That's going to be really loud on the mic. Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hillary. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
So did you guys, did you pretty much know what you were getting into with her? Or
Oh,
were there a lot of surprises?
No.
No, there's no surprises. I mean, she is how she is when you meet her.
Yeah.
Except didn't she say that she loves to play sports, loves football?
I said I love to run and I love football.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah.
And I hate both.
And she doesn't do either. And she hates football.
Every girl loves it first.
It worked how? How did it work?
Our relationship is built on a lie, Hill.
It's working.
It's working.
How long were you guys together before you got married?
2.5.
Are you sure about that? Did she give you the right finger signal?
I knew that. We were
signal.
together for 1.5 years. Then we were engaged for a year. And we've been married for over 1.5 years.
Very cool. So plenty of time to get to know her.
Oh, I know her. Too well.
You don't have to discover anything new about him? He's pretty much knew what you were getting into also?
Yeah. Well, he didn't do CrossFit when we first started dating.
Okay, so there you go. There's one.
Yeah.
Surprise.
That's kind of just taking off.
Fish man world.
Didn't know that, did you? We got engaged before regionals in 2010. So then I made it to the games, and that was the year you got the bye, right?
Yeah.
So the games was July, and our wedding was June 18th. So my dad's like, you sure you want all this stress leading up to the games? This was in 2011 then, I guess it would have been. And I was like, I mean, what else is there to do? He's like, you should ask her to move it till after the games. I was like, why don't you ask her to move it after the games? He's like, you're right. Well, we won't do that. So
Yeah. We're good.
we're good. We're marching for the 2011 games.
Yeah.
I don't suggest you do that. A month before the games.
Well, it was fine.
Yeah. It worked.
She did the whole wedding. I didn't do jack. I did absolutely nothing. Except for vetoed one of the dresses she picked out for the bridesmaids. They're like 1920s looking
They
like
were not.
Pepto-Bismol pink
They weren't.
versus the hot pink that they wore. So you met Darren today.
Yes.
Donnie and Matt were his brothers. Matt died when I was a junior in high school, and then Donnie died in 2007. So Darren has 6 brothers, but 2 of them have passed away. That's what's on my headband. The MJH, DGH, or DGH, MJH, and then the other one's my grandma that passed away. So my grandpa that you met tonight, his wife. So like I said, me and Donnie were 12 days old, or 12 days apart. So we were pretty close. And then that's all of us cousins that were in the wedding that have those. We all still wear them. I think I've had mine since because they made them right after Donnie passed away. So I've had mine 4 years, 5 years now.
Did you guys go on a honeymoon?
We went to Charleston for 2 days because Hillary's rule was you can't work out on our honeymoon. but I was training for the CrossFit Games.
And I didn't care. We just got married, so it should be all about me.
I said, okay, well, here's the deal: is we'll go on a short one, and I won't work out. I'll only work out once a day, and then we'll go on a long one after. So we went on a longer one after. We just went to Florida after, but for a week, and then we just went to Charleston for 2 days. It was pretty fun though. She's good. She's good for me. Keeps me level-headed, that's for sure. Very supportive of what I do, but doesn't care anything about it, which is good though, you know, because then I don't have to worry about how well I do for her. Like, all she cares about is if I'm safe. She doesn't care about how I finish or any of that. Except for this year, she did get a little fired up. I don't know if it's because Dan was in the house and there was a little, not tension at all, but, you know, it's a little different when the person you're competing against is in your house.
She got fired up about what?
She just got at the games, like she'd send me texts like, you know, you're gonna kill this, blah blah blah, like that type of stuff. Where usually she's always just like, you know, be careful and do your best.
That's CrossFit. She's starting to get
I know.
reeled
So
in slightly.
it was kind of, it was cool to see her get, you know, fired up about it, and then so it was funny. And so she'll go to like these, like we went to the tour and stuff like that. She'll come home. She's like, I'm gonna start CrossFit. 3 days later, she's like, I haven't done this CrossFit. This sucks. So
when you guys have kids, are you gonna get them started in CrossFit right away and sports and everything?
I don't want to push them in any direction. I mean, I'm hoping that they'll do sports, but I'm not gonna be that. I'm not gonna make them do stuff. If they're gonna do something physically active, I will make them do something physical. But I don't know. You know, I'll let them choose what they want to do. My parents weren't pushy with making me do stuff. I just kind of picked it up on my own. I don't know if it's having the 25 male cousins that you always want to outdo or what, but I mean, that's how
I'm sure that helped.
Oh yeah, it had. I mean, growing up, it's always, you know, even though we lived 500 miles away, it was, you know, this one did this in their baseball season or their football season, and you always wanted to top that, or, you know. So, and I actually got to go up there one summer and play with some of my cousins on a summer team, so that was fun.
That's crazy, man. How cool is it to have that much family?
It's awesome. Like when we go up there, especially for weddings or, you know, birthdays and stuff like that, just, I mean, everybody, we play sports, we do whatever. It's always a constant just fight of some sort, especially when we were young. You know, there's all kinds of just tattling on everybody. You know, everybody's trying to get everybody else in trouble and then ganging up on each other, but it was fun.
She's at 31 first cousins
31.
and 25 are boys.
Yeah, 25 are boys. So
Do you guys all get together for Christmases and Thanksgiving?
We don't as much anymore. We did when we were little. Now everybody's kind of like college and doing all that stuff, but we don't get up there as much as we used to. We used to get up there a lot. We've started, me and Hillary have tried to make it a point to get up there more since we've been together. Like, we went up the week after the games, 2 weekends after that for that football game, and then the 1st of September we went up for a wedding. So we've been up there more in the last like month than we have in the last 2 years. So
You get along with them all?
yeah.
Do you get to do any interactions with, you know, affiliates or CrossFitters or, you know, any, like, I hate to call them fans, but
Yeah. Luckily, I mean, like that CrossFit 540 thing, it was just basically hang out with their people at their affiliate and do their workout or whatever. It's kind of a fundraiser type thing. And then when was it? It was 2 weeks ago. There's a CrossFit gym in Clarksville that opened up, and Hillary was, the lady Facebook messaged her, and they've been kind of Facebook messaging back and forth. And the lady was opening their gym, so we went up there for the day and kind of hung out with them and worked out. So do some of that stuff, but that was just on our own. It wasn't for BSN or for Reebok or anything.
do you think people really appreciate you showing up? And,
Oh yeah, I think so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a different kind of fan base than like a normal, like a movie star or a TV show?
I think so. I mean, because like I've said it before, is they can actually do what we do, and they understand what, you know.
Right.
You can't go put on, you know, full pads and stuff like that and actually do that unless you can. We found my cousin had us playing an alumni game in Michigan a few weekends ago. That was pretty fun. I got the video of that. I'll show you that later.
Got some hands, dude.
All right.
Swept up underneath it, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Outside. That was the 2. Now you got to see the. I caught it like it was the only return, only kickoff that they kicked off, and I was running back towards our goal line. I catch it like just over our goal line. Probably should have downed it. I was like, no, I'm gonna return it. Well, dude comes from across this side of the field and just not even touched, just drills ear holes me. Decleated.
Shouldn't have ran, is that what you said?
Yeah, shouldn't have ran that.
I should have that pop.
Shouldn't have ran that one. Yeah.
We were out of
She wants like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't give a crap. Whatever. Make it work.
When do you plan on starting?
I don't know. Soon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think so. We've traveled. We've done all that stuff.
You think that's going to stop, though?
Probably not.
Not as long as you keep winning.
Right. But hey,
Or even get
I don't want to be too old to where my kids are like, it's my dad, you know, that old guy in the stands. I want to be the, you know, like me and my dad get along really well because chill. He's only like 20, he's 23 or 24 years older than me, so chill. Yeah, Gilligan is a diva. Hillary made him a diva. The whole rule at the beginning was no Gilligan in the bed, ever. I come home, he's in the bed. But he doesn't sleep in the bed anymore. He will until I get in bed, and then he's like, all right, go on the floor. We teach him not to jump on people, and then one day I turn around, and Hillary's doing this. And I'm like, what are we trying to teach?
You know you do it all the time.
Now he's getting too big. Can't do it.
He is.
Do what? Yeah, I don't know what his deal. He does it. Like, he'll just stare at you and like, what is your problem?
Do you want to play?
Yes, he wants to go to the gym. You go to the gym? Huh? You go to the gym? Run around like an idiot? Hard life. That's one of the stations I used to work at. They had a program here. It was called Student Firefighter Program. Basically, you worked as a full-time firefighter, but when you had class, you went to class. As soon as your class was over, you came back. And they paid for your tuition, and then you got paid per call you went on. And then during the summer, you just made hourly. When you didn't have class or anything, you just made hourly pay. So
That's cool. So you just did that all through college?
yeah. So I don't have any student debt or anything like that, so that's pretty good. Because originally I went to play baseball in East Tennessee and got up there, and just it wasn't my my thing. So came back, and then it was too late to enroll. So about 6 months, I worked at that factory where my dad worked, and it was the most miserable job of my life, putting together airbags and airbag assemblies, I guess you'd say, because it would be like this whole thing right here.
That was pre-college?
Yeah, 6 months I did that, and then as soon as that semester started, I started working for the fire department and going to school.
Everybody's got their little ritual, or they have, you know, music they listen to, or something they do. Is there anything specific that you kind of go through mentally?
Trying to calm, I guess. Pray.
Do you have a regular prayer?
I don't have a regular prayer. Basically on most of the things, it's asking for the same stuff. Just calm. Just, try to do the best that I can, because at that point you've already done. You've done all the training you can do. Now it just comes down to execution. So.
Do you get nervous though? If you're
Yeah.
at all?
Oh yeah, miserable.
Really?
I hate it. I hate competing. I don't know why I do it. It's miserable, but
Do you hate it because of how you feel before?
yeah. But then while you're doing it, as soon as 3, 2, 1, go, it's all gone. There's no butterflies. You're just kind of in that zone, and then after it, you feel great. If you did decent, maybe not even great, but did decent at least. But leading up to it, that whole week, the whole weekend, I guess, you're just a nervous wreck.
Are you able to sleep at night?
No, this year I did. Year before, probably slept a total of 3 hours a night. This year I took some melatonin, knocked out. That helped a lot this year.
You think it's getting easier now, especially since you've done it twice?
I think.
The pressures. You think there's more pressure because you have a medal to hold?
No. I think this year was a lot less pressure on me just because I'd already won it. I wanted to win it again, of course, but it wasn't that big a deal. Still as big a deal. It just wasn't like I didn't have that stress of like the year before where I got second, had to come back and prove myself type thing. Once 3, 2, 1 goes, it's just kind of calm. Just gotta do it. Just gotta do what you gotta do.
But you don't like competition?
Nope. I like competition, but I just don't like.
You're a ball player.
Right. Yeah, I like competition. I just don't. I don't know.
You just don't like
the lead up to it.
Yeah, the little lead up right before, but once
it's there, yeah, I'm a competitor, but it's that
totally
lead.
Get that.
That lead. I hate the just sick to my stomach feel. I was the same way playing baseball. Walking up to the plate, first pitch of the game, I was usually lead off. Or later on, like when I was a senior, I was a 3-hole hitter, so there's a lot of pressure on those two spots. So it's just like sick to your stomach, but then once you're in the box, you're fine. But walking up to it or thinking about it or stuff like that.
I hate that shit too, man.
Yep. Once you get in the game, you get settled in, make a few plays, get a few balls hit to you, it's fine. But it's getting that first one out of the way, first 1 or 2 out of the way. It's the same way with the games. Get that first workout or 2 out of there, and then.
Does it get easier as the weekend goes on?
I wouldn't say easier, because like this year, I had a pretty decent lead going into those last 3, but I just wanted to make sure and just didn't want to leave any doubt or any question. So you still put pressure on yourself to perform, but yeah, it sucks.
Do you ever drink alcohol?
Every once in a while, not much.
Yeah.
Probably once a year,
Yeah.
if that. Once, twice a year, maybe. Used to.
Just because, or
There's a few. I mean, there's training wise, yes, and then there's some stuff, some scripture about it, just causing others to stumble and stuff like that. I feel like crap. It takes like a day or two for me to, training wise, to bounce back after something like even not even drinking a lot, but just drinking some. Just doesn't. It's just not my thing. I'll never do it with burpees again. That was terrible in Montana. I literally thought I was going to throw up.
does religion kind of guide most of the things that you do in life?
I wouldn't say religion. I'd say faith.
Faith?
Yeah.
Tell me what the difference is.
Yeah, religion is. It's kind of a. Religion's got kind of a negative connotation to it. I think. I don't know. When people think of religion, it kind of puts you in a box.
There's a big difference between a guy like Rich and then a guy like somebody who goes and sits in a pew every Sunday because they feel like they have to.
Because
they
people are
feel like
watching.
it's church and it's a ritual and people are watching and this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I was told to do. That's religion. You're kind of going
Faith,
through the
you do it
motions
on
of
your
a
own.
Spiritual kind of ritual. Faith is kind of like it's an overflow of the outpour of your heart, And even if Rich doesn't go to church every Sunday, it doesn't mean he's being a bad person, or I don't go to church every Sunday, or whoever. That's not the point, Faith is something like it's an everyday action. It's a lifestyle. It's a way that you live. It's a way of the attitude of your heart, not necessarily going through the motions. And
Something you want to do versus something you have to do, like, because there's a big. If you in the Christian faith, is it faith? Is it works? Is it both of them? Like, people, you got one side that would say it's about your works, and one side that says it's only your faith, but they kind of go hand in hand. You want to do good works because of your faith, and not necessarily because people are watching or it's going to help, but because your heart's in the right place, or you're. Does that make sense? You're just. Gilligan agrees.
So then, what's your stance on God? Like, you believe that there is a God?
Yes. Yes, without a doubt. I believe in God. I believe that Jesus died for our sins to purchase our souls so we could go to heaven. And
so faith is a big enough, obviously, part of your life for you to get Scripture tattooed on your side.
Right.
What does that say again?
It's Galatians 6:14. It's, may I never boast in anything except for the cross of the Lord Jesus Christ, which has been crucified to me and I to the world.
Explain to me why do you have that on your body?
So it doesn't matter what I do. Whatever I do is basically, it doesn't matter. That, CrossFit, I'm going to put it in kind of the CrossFit terms, is like, CrossFit's not what defines me. It's Christ and the life that I live for Christ, not necessarily what I do in CrossFit that defines who I am as a person. Like, when I'm done, or, when I die, or, I hope that, people don't remember me just for CrossFit, that type of thing. And that, if I can bring others to Christ through what I do, then that's the main point.
So is that kind of why you also train others?
Yeah. I mean, if you can influence one, that's what one's better than none. Yeah.
It's like what's a typical for?
Basically, like I said earlier, just give it all we can. Hope that we can glorify Him in what we do. Not necessarily that we win. We're not worried about that. But just that we give it our all, and just pray for strength. Pray for just basically that we compete to the best of our ability. At that time, mental strength, physical strength.
when you're under such a kind of a microscope, like he is, especially with like a Bible verse on his side, right? So people are watching everything he does. Maybe a non-believer is watching everything he does. And even though it's, the sport of CrossFit, and this isn't life or death or anything like that, but let's say he gets no rep for something that he wasn't supposed to get no rep for, or somebody makes a bad call, or something doesn't go his way, everybody's going to watch how he reacts. So, or how we react. And those prayers are kind of, that we would keep the mindset that we want to reflect Christ in everything. And does that mean to lay down and quit, or throw a tantrum, or curse out the judge, or do something like that?
Right.
No, it means put your head down and do the next rep, and just keep pushing along through it the best that you can, regardless of what the circumstance is. But don't quit,
Yeah, I don't think I've seen either one of you guys get upset at a judge. I don't think I've seen it.
I've asked questions.
Yeah.
I've asked
Like,
questions.
like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
I've asked
Well,
questions.
no, that's different.
Yeah, that's the
Because I would certainly be like, if I got no rep and I didn't know why, I'd be like, tell me what I did.
I've
so I
asked
don't do it
questions
again.
in an angry manner, but I don't think I've ever just went ridiculous. I mean, you get out there and sometimes you're a competitor. I mean, you're getting no rep for stuff and you don't understand why. You can ask why, and so
something like that. I mean, in a split decision, somebody could say, well, he's no different than anybody else, or he's,
right. He's the same.
He's the same.
But we are all the same. We all screw up. We're all,
Yeah,
but
that's not to say that
right.
Nobody makes mistakes, but still.
yeah, you're held to a different, not standard, but just people are always looking for you to screw up.
Yeah.
But that's with anything. I mean, people are always looking for somebody to screw up.
Time to work out.
Let's go swim.
Let's go swim.
It'll be cold. See if Darren's coming. No, I didn't hear him. Usually when it's early, you don't hear him, but it's when it's like 7:15 or something like that, then you hear him. Dan's just gotta be the loudest human being on the planet, I think. You guys wanna know what you'll be woken up to in the morning?
Shut up! I do not do that. I don't. You're gonna break something.
That's what you'll be woken up to.
I don't do that at all. Okay, now they brought it to my attention one morning, and this wall is pretty much paper thin. Now, I kind of figured they could probably hear me doing something that I gotta eat, right?
Yeah, but you'd think like you shut a cabinet, it's like,
I don't.
but no, it's or
I do not do that in the morning. Now, the one morning I went down here and tried to pull a skillet out of there. It was like playing Jenga. The whole freaking thing just spilled out onto the floor, and I'm just sitting here laughing at 4 o'clock in the morning because I know they're awake at this point.
I don't think that one did even wake us up, probably.
Tastes so much better.
It looks better.
Bedazzled. Drink your drink,
That's
Mr.
fine.
Drink
Show the
Maker.
sparkles.
Sparkle.
Because it's hitting that line. It's going to get it.
Jeez.
It's good.
It doesn't look good.
It looks really good.
I look really stupid.
No,
But I'm doing it because it
You look
makes you
tough.
happy.
You look tough.
I'm doing it because it's your birthday. It makes you happy.
It's his favorite cut.
A happy Hillary means we have a
He
happy
uses it all
house.
the time.
Happy Hillary.
Happy wife means happy life.
Happy wife, happy life.
If Hillary's not happy, ain't nobody happy, as Dad would say.
Those are probably the first 10 words he said to me when I moved into the house. Just so you know.
If Hillary's not happy, nobody's happy.
That's not funny.
Was it not pretty good words of wisdom, Dan?
Pretty accurate. Fairly accurate.
Yeah, I hear you're a big Christmas fan.
Oh my gosh. I love Christmas. I'm begging for a really tall tree and you won't do it. I want to move that
she's
chair
begging for
Really tall.
a teal and pink tree.
and lime.
Wait, what? You want
Pink. It's pink, teal, and lime. Here, I'll show you. It's so pretty.
Ooh.
But they won't let me.
What is it? Oh my gosh.
The ornaments that I sent you. Isn't that pretty? They're pink, teal, and lime.
They're decorations though.
Yeah.
So the tree's
All
gonna be the real
kinds.
tree.
I don't really like real trees. But it'll be like a green Christmas tree. And then ornaments. The rest is all about green, red. Blech.
All in favor of having a regular green Christmas tree.
Yes.
Hillary,
Yeah.
you got outvoted.
Well, that's just about rules.
I probably don't count when I'm raising my hand.
Appreciate that, Jordan.
We should watch a movie.
We should watch Monday Night Football.
We should watch The Notebook.
Oh, wow.
If you're a bird, I'm a bird.
Stop! I hate that so bad. It's not funny. Don't laugh. You're egging it on. Does she like The Notebook?
Yes,
Notebook.
that's why I know exactly what you're talking
If
about.
you're a bird, I'm a bird. She gets so pissed.
It's my favorite movie, and I've watched it like a million times. And he makes fun of it all the time. Say I'm a bird.
No. Don't do it.
Say I'm a bird.
Stop it. Stop it now. You're a bird.
Now say you're a bird too.
If you're a bird, I'm a bird.
Did I make fun of your movies?
Yes.
Did I? Can you give me an example?
That's the only part of that movie I make fun of.
You make fun of every movie we watch.
No. Every time I get sad and start crying, I'm just like, if you're a bird, I'm a bird. And kills it.
What?
Every time.
You're so full of crap.
Am
The
I?
only, no, it's just when we start talking about the movie is the only time I say it. I don't say it in the movie.
Dan. Maybe not. Don't look at it like that.
This is a lose-lose for me.
Yeah.
I don't think you did when we watched it last.
If you're a bird, I'm a bird.
If you're a bird, I'm a bird.
That's awesome.
Right in the middle of the yard. Gilligan, come on. Come on. It's like rabid dog stage. Mom shined the floors, huh? A little hard to. All right, come here. All right, you ready to go? Let's go. We had Mayhem the first time. Basically, it was just a bunch of college guys working out together. Is basically what Mayhem was. And then we had a few like teachers, and we had some, mid-30s women and men, but mainly it was just us working out. That's how we paid the bills. We didn't really make anything when we had Mayhem before. Right. It was basically enough to keep the lights on and pay for equipment. I told him Mayhem was basically
non-profit organization.
Yeah, we didn't make any money, but because we didn't charge anybody. All of our friends would be like, yeah, just come on, work out, you're fine, don't worry about it. So we probably had 20-25 people that worked out for free, and then had 20-25 members paying. So it was just like, we got pretty fit though.
Yeah. As I say, it's good because there's always competition all day long.
Yeah.
Because it was all college students pretty much.
Good boy. Anybody can be beat on any. I mean, if people can eliminate certain goats, like some people, there's just some things that if it comes up, they can't do it or they're going to struggle on it. That's what it's all about. It's not that you have to be the best at anything, you just can't suck at anything. I sucked at a rope climb and look what happened. So it just all kind of just depends. You can't have one. I mean, you can have workouts where they're not in your wheelhouse, but you got to figure out a way to at least get middle of the pack, or try not to let it hit you too hard, because there's some workouts that people just tank, and most of it's up here. Yeah, mentally and physical. It's not just CrossFit's not just a physical thing, it's more mental, I think, than. I'm sure there's people out there way fitter than me physically, but mentally and physically.
So you're saying what wins the games is a good combination of mental toughness and physical toughness?
Yeah, by far. I mean, like I said, there's people out there that are physically way more talented than I am. I think it can be trained. Luckily I had a high school baseball coach that was big on mental toughness. He'll straight up tell you he had no idea what we were doing weight room wise, but mentally we used to run more than the track team. But he was just a big mental toughness guy. And then luckily my parents both make me, chores all the time, stuff like that. I used to hate having friends over because they always put them to work. So nobody ever wanted to come hang out at the house. You got to make it fun somehow. That's the thing. If it's not fun for them, or they're not getting any benefit out of it, or not seeing anything, then what do they care? Like, if they're not a competitive person or something like that, you can't really. But we're talking CrossFit athletes, so obviously they want it. or they wouldn't be doing it.
What's your favorite thing to do?
Favorite thing to do?
Besides workout.
Lake.
Play?
Lake. Wakeboard. Yeah. Wakeboard, or like tomorrow if we go mountain biking. That's fun.
Got it. Sweet.
You gotta find people that are like-minded, I guess. It's
Yeah.
kind of like what I was talking about last night.
Yeah.
You gotta have people to push you. These guys, you know, they ride motocross, so they want to get better, so they're training. And so I find something they're good at, and I do it with them. Kind of push me in areas that I need to, you know, get better in or whatever. So, you know, just having, like I said, with old Mayhem, before we moved to CrossFit Cookville, with Mayhem we had, you know, there's a bunch of just college guys working out that, you know, pushed me in pretty much every area. That's really what helped me get as good as I was in 2010 so fast, is just having different guys, different pieces of the puzzle to push in different areas.
What do you think about when you're out here riding?
Hang out, chill. You're not in the gym, you're doing something different, so it's a little bit more fun. You got to react to stuff. You're not really thinking about much, but that's good because you're not thinking, because you're just paying attention to what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, trying to not wipe out, not hit rocks.
Does it bum you out at all that your wife's not into any of this stuff?
Yeah, it does a little bit, but you know, it's good to get away. Good
Yeah.
to have a separate, you know, separate hobbies, I guess. But I wish she would enjoy some of the stuff, but you know, that's not her.
You think eventually she'll
don't
go
know.
mountain biking with you?
I doubt she'll ever mountain bike. She's like she said the other day, she's never had a scar.
Yeah.
So, but you know, whatever. And she, you know, she gets mad at me because I don't want to sit on the couch with her and watch TV. Because like, you know, you've seen me sit around. How much?
It lasts for
Yeah, not long.
15 minutes maybe?
Yeah, it's that.
And you're gone.
And then I'm gone. So, there's some things I got to work on too.
Hey, you can't get calories from broccoli.
That's true.
Somebody's got to say it.
Dan Bailey. Can't get all your calories from broccoli. There was like 3 videos there for a while that every time they were talking about diet, Dan would say, "Can't get all your calories from broccoli," or anything. We like if we ever did a talk or anything with people.
Yeah.
So then now we just give Dan crap.
If you're a bird, I'm a bird.
If you're a bird, I'm a bird. Ready?
Nope. Going to the dinner table. Dan Bailey ring track.
I was always like 2 game systems behind everybody else.
2 game systems.
Yeah, like I always had the Sega when everybody else had a PlayStation 2. So my parents, you know, weren't big on video games. Always go outside and either play or do chores, or they'd just make stuff up for us to do if we wouldn't go outside. But a lot of just going out in the woods on Saturday. I have some friends up, go out in the woods and, I don't know, play army, that type of stuff. Climb on rocks. Some rappelling with a garden hose one time.
How'd that work out?
That was fine. We made it down. Hello. We made it out of the woods safe, just letting you know. Yeah, it was a good time. We didn't get lost, nobody got hurt, nobody blew a tire. So it was good. Yep. Yeah, we kind of got turned around in the woods, but it took us right back to where we started, which was fine because we were out there for about 2 hours. Going to Flippin' Burgers. You want to go? I had a double with Swiss and no bun, please. I get bacon, mushrooms, and onions, please. Yeah, please. I get lettuce, guacamole. Yeah, just wherever on the burger, it don't matter. Tomato, ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise, please. Ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise. Yep, right on there. That'd be good. Thank you. Should we ask for more ketchup? Jordan, you ever had a bacon explosion?
I'm afraid to ask you
What?
that. A bacon explosion.
Take a pound of bacon, you weave it into a mat.
Weave it into a mat. Oh, so like cross it.
Yeah, like crosses, it's a pound of bacon. Take another
Just
pound.
like epic mealtime stuff?
Kinda, yeah. You take another pound of bacon, you cook it, cut it up, cook it. You take a pound of sausage, like breakfast sausage. You put it on top of the woven mat. You put the cooked bacon inside the sausage. You roll it all up. Put barbecue sauce on it. Cook it. Delicious.
Dude.
Got the key to the city over there on the shelf.
True story.
He
He's
doesn't-
looking for it.
He doesn't open anything.
Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
CrossFit.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Just for winning the game?
Yeah.
They gave you the key to the city?
Yes.
And
Doesn't
it-
open anything.
It doesn't open anything?
Nope. Pretty cool. Key to the city.
What'd you say? What'd you do?
I'm not about to say that on camera. Good try.
Hillary, the sign is, look, the sign is this when you don't want something on camera. You didn't just fix the spot, huh?
Don't use that.
To cut. Cut that one. You can't use that. You can't use that. Don't use it.
And we won't play it yet.
Yeah, we're on. Yeah.
Point. Don't use that either.
This does not go anywhere.
This doesn't have permission.
Cut here, and we'll continue conversation. Huh?
Yeah.
What did she say? Yeah, there's all sorts of this going on right now.
What did she do? Did she do it?
Yeah.
I got stung by a bee riding mountain bikes.
It's not a bee sting.
That's a bee sting.
No, it's not.
I got stung by a bee.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
You saw the bee?
Yes.
I think you got hit by a stick. That doesn't look like a bee sting.
I got stung by a bee.
Is that a bee sting?
I know for a fact I got stung. I know the difference between being stabbed by a stick. This is being stabbed by a
It's
stick.
not even a welt.
It went down. There was a welt.
Okay. That looks like it hurts.
It doesn't hurt. It stings.
My throat hurts so bad.
I don't think your throat hurts. I think you
You
just.
picked a bad week to come.
I think you
Strep
just got.
throat, a hair emergency.
I think you just got poked in the neck.
Do you want to see the blister?
It doesn't look like a blister.
You're being sensitive about the bee sting, okay?
I got
Sorry
stung by
that
a
you
bee.
got stung by a stick. That you just so happen to think is a bee.
I know
It was
the
a
difference
bee.
between being stabbed by a stick and getting stung by a
I
bee.
didn't think you got stabbed. I think you got swatted by a stick.
Swatted by. I know the difference. You see these scratches right here? That was from a stick and a thorn bush. Different than this. That was a bee.
Bee is a
It was a
welt.
welt and it went away. And now it's just red. I know the difference.
Okay. Was it a wild bee?
It was a very wild bee.
Stop.
I've seen married couples argue. These two don't argue. They don't have fights. They don't. Their fights are a joke. It's not,
They really are.
it's not about anything. They have nothing to fight about.
There were bee stings.
I have strep throat. It's more than
You just said you don't have strep throat. You said you got tested and you don't have strep throat.
I have a blister on the back of my neck, of my throat. Do you want to look at it?
Did you eat something too
No.
hot?
You better watch yourself. Did you hear what he said? Mm-hmm. You better watch yourself.
The first time I
Cut it.
No, use it, use it,
I
use
came
it.
down here on the
Uncut,
weekend.
uncut.
Okay,
Stop.
when I came down,
Stop
the
now.
first time
Let
I
me
came
tell the
down
whole
here,
story.
this is uncut. We're filming.
Let me tell you a story.
We-
so I'm like
so I
obsessed
came
with
down-
chapstick. Watch yourself.
I came down-
I'm obsessed with chapstick.
Can you
And I
shut
had a
this off
cut
for me?
on my
Hold
lip.
on a second.
It has sauce
I-
blister in it. Do you want to look at it?
No, we're different story. Hey,
fine.
Dan wants to tell a story. Let him
So
tell his
anyways,
story and you tell yours.
probably-
You're
getting me
missing it.
I came down here. I came over to Rich's
This is
because I didn't know where to
so
go. He's like, just come over to
embarrassing.
my house. You can stay at my house. I'm like, okay, sounds good. And so I drive over there and nobody's here. So I'm just kind of sitting in the driveway. I'm like, where are you at? And he's like, I had to take Hillary to the hospital. And I'm like, good grief, like, what's wrong? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, I'll tell you when we get back. And so we get back, or they come back, and I don't know. Maybe you guys beat me here. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
You left and came back.
Yeah, I left and came back. I came in the house and
This is so embarrassing.
was talking to Rich, and Rich is like, she's probably not going to come out. She's got,
fever blister.
fever blister on her face. And she thought it was, what did you think it was?
She thought it was
I have
staph
a
on
friend
her face.
thought it was staph. Because I've never had fever
Or
blister
herpes
before.
or something.
Well,
No.
the fever blister is technically
I know,
called
yeah,
herpes, but
Right. And
I've
so
never had fever blister before.
he finally coaxes her to come out, and she like walks around the corner and goes, "Hi, I'm Hillary Froning." Shakes my hand and then turns
And
around and
walks out.
away.
Well,
the
he forced me to come out here and introduce
the
myself.
funniest
I didn't want to.
part of the story hasn't been told. So we go to the hospital. And he's like, it
so
doesn't look
bad.
like a fever blister, blah, blah, blah. It's not a fever blister. It may be something worse. Like, well, all the nurses are like freaking her out. And then all of a sudden
It wasn't a fever
the doctor comes in and she goes, yep, that's a fever blister. And walks out, comes back in with like a piece of paper. And on the top of the piece of paper, it says herpes, S whatever 1, which is a fever blister, different than the other herpes. Hillary goes, I have herpes? Where did I get that from? And looks at me. And I was like, what?
It wasn't funny. And the nurse starts laughing, and so they just start making jokes back and forth, and I didn't think it was funny.
Hillary didn't find it
I
funny
didn't
at
think
all.
it was funny at all. And I told her not to call it herpes, that it was a fever blister.
She goes, don't call it herpes. It's
But
a
it
fever
wasn't a fever blister. It went away in 2 days. She said I'd have it for 2 weeks. It wasn't a fever blister. I don't know what it was. Just like this, I have a blister on the back of my throat, so I went to the doctor and had a strep test. Because now I'm angry.
Nobody in here
And
is...
stop, Mr. Beasting. And it's
Mr. Beastie.
whatever. I'm so over it. I'm so over it right now. I've never had a fever blister in my life, and I've never had another one. It wasn't a fever blister. I don't know what it was. But I know that's not a bee sting.
Hillary gets fired up about that sometimes. She's like, you don't care about anything. I care. I just don't stress about it.
Right. She does all the stressing.
She does all the stressing for the both of us. It drives her nuts. But there's a verse, Jeremiah 29:11. And it's before 2011 on the bus to the games. I was just reading. And I came across this one, which was one that popped up earlier one of the CrossFit Faith verses, like, you know, commit it to memory, but I'm not good at memorizing stuff. So, but it's Jeremiah 29:11. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future. Then you will call on me, and I will come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all of your heart."
And that keeps you stress-free?
Pretty much. I mean, he knows the plans he has. There's nothing else I can really do about it. I mean, I can do stuff to, you know, do what I feel like I'm supposed to do, but there's stuff that's outside of our control that I can't affect. You know, I can do my best to make stuff have a positive outcome. I don't want to say that I don't, like, I don't do anything. You know, God's going to take care of everything. I mean, you still got to do your stuff, but there's stuff that you can't control, and that's kind of the way I roll. Right, Gil?
So it's not so much that you're not going to stress about it because somebody else is going to take care of it.
Right.
You just know it's all going to work out.
It's all going to work out. Yeah. There's nothing I can do to really, on most things, there's nothing I can really do to affect the outcome of some stuff. It'll be taken care of. So. All right, I've got to lift something heavy. What do you want to do? Do you want to do anything or no? She'll freak out at me. Oh, she flipped.
Did you get yelled at?
Did I get yelled at? Come on, Austin.
You did.
She loves that table.
My daughter does not yell.
She loves it more now.
She got mad when we put the pizza on it, and it got too hot.
That wasn't even me.
That was me. But I think I blame you.
Thanks, Al.
And you're fixing the table tomorrow. That looks terrible.
Man project, Dan. We have a man project.
Sander.
Sander.
That's the next thing.
Dad
I'm
has a
buying.
sander. We can steal it from Dad's when we go up there.
Nope, I have to buy
What do
you a
you
power
need
tool.
a sander for?
What don't you need a sander for? When the table gets broken.
You just need stain. You just pour it on there.
No.
Yes, you do.
It won't match.
See, these are different layers. You can actually feel the different
Yeah.
layers.
So this, we're gonna have to separate this. This needs to be sanded, and then we're gonna have to.
No.
Yes.
No. It's not.
I'll stab you with this fork.
No, this was on your mom's table.
Huh?
This was the same thing on your mom's table.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to sand the whole thing
I
down.
think it looks kind of cool the way it is.
I think you just don't want to fix
do
it.
a
You're
few
going
more.
to.
Let's do a
few
couple
more
Like
splotches.
one here, one over there. You ever seen those really like?
It's
Yeah.
too
Oh,
early to
it
make
could be
jokes,
very like
It's too
Yeah.
new.
Like it
It's
came
too
off an
new.
old wooden ship or
Too
something.
fresh to make jokes.
Oh, I believe diversity was an old wooden ship used in the Civil War area. I don't think
That's a good idea. Let's pour oil.
I don't think
all
the
over
network's worried about
just
the
a couple of
lack of a
watches.
wooden ship
That's
we're
what I'm
on.
saying. This is like your mom's table. All you
Nobody
should do
knew
is
that movie.
All
Queen.
she
Really, let's
does
just
is
get
put
artistic
stuff
with
on
it.
it.
Let's clear
Did
the table
anybody
and
get
like
that?
sprinkle oil all
Oil
over it.
everywhere.
We'll wipe it down in the morning.
I don't think that's a
Just
good
see what
idea.
happens.
That's a great idea.
If anything happens, we'll just sand it down and refinish the whole thing.
Because are you gonna stand this down too? Because it's not
You
gonna
don't
match.
need to. You can't
No,
tell.
it will match.
I can
match.
tell.
It won't match if you just.
We got
dump
this.
A little bit of
It'd be real nice.
Your mom's table did the same thing, and she
Real
just
nice,
stained
Clark.
it.
She sanded it down.
No,
and
she didn't. No, she didn't. Call her. Guarantee it. She just poured stuff on
put
top
it in
of
a,
it.
put it in a bank. I'm pretty sure I remember her sanding it down and refinishing it. You don't need to know how.
Yeah.
It'll get fixed.
What about how it's done?
Yes, I do, because you guys are gonna halfway do it, and it's gonna end up being worse.
You watch your mouth.
You have no faith. You see the trees
Hey.
planted out there?
We need to just settle
See that
a
barn-
debate
barn
here.
built back there?
You remember the table when something like stained your table? Did you Did you sand it down? So you didn't just fix the spot, huh?
Don't use that.
You sanded the spot and then
The spot, exactly on the
you
whole
sanded
table.
it down and then refinished it. Okay.
No, see, I told you.
No.
She did not.
Yeah, she did. She's saying that we just paint right over the spot that's there because we spilled one of the or somebody left one of the candle things.
You can say me,
The-
Uncle Dan.
The
It's
plug.
not a candle thing either. It's a plug-in.
Okay.
You know,
Dude.
probably should use a coaster.
That was really good.
Is that
Hilarious.
funny? We should just buy a new table.
No.
We do need a new table because these chairs are terrible.
There's too many memories at this table.
Now we have one more.
It's too fresh, not dry.
I think you should leave it there. That'd be awesome.
I think it is kind of cool.
Kind of looks like a piggy bank.
I gotta work.
You need to have the doors open, right, dude?
He doesn't care.
He's videotaping me, and I'm embarrassed. That makes him so mad.
What'd she
You're
say?
doing it on purpose.
What?
I hate
I don't care.
That drives me nuts.
It's not like I was showing anything.
It's so embarrassing. We can seriously have like a house full.
Everybody does it.
It's my house.
It doesn't matter.
This is my house.
I can pee where I want to.
No, you can't.
Yes,
You're
I
not
can.
an animal.
Sort of.
Maybe.
That's up for debate.
No, it's not. You need to close the door. Stop.
What?
I'm gonna puke. Throw it in the trash.
Are you trying to start something right now? You can't finish?
I'm gonna go there.
Mm-mm.
Spit it out.
Family time.
Family time.
Throw it away.
If I can't play with this, what else am I going to play with?
5, 4, 3, 2, 2.5.
Close enough.
Pick it up.
Close enough.
Gilligan's gonna eat it.
Yeah, he's going to eat it.
Eyeballs.
Eyeballs.
Stop! Isn't that a funny word?
Eyeballs?
Eyeballs.
It's so funny. It is just one of those words.
Isn't that funny? You need to see my foot. Usually you laugh at that too.
His feet are weird. they're circles. Show 'em.
No, I'm not showing them.
His
Now
foot
you
is
made me
round.
self-conscious.
It's like a circle. Do it.
It's not circle.
Isn't it? His feet are like circles.
My big toes kind of hook in.
Hungry?
No, his foot's kind of like an oval. Like his big toe is smaller than his...
Oh, so his toes go like this
Yeah.
versus...
Yeah.
I don't, They're round.
What's wrong with it?
Your big toe's smaller than the rest of them.
Your big toe's
shorter.
jacked, dude.
Dude, it just hooks in there so hard.
It's a circle.
It's taking a 90-degree angle over
What
there.
happened to it?
I don't know. There's days though it feels like it's broken.
You think I'm Southern?
No.
I don't think so. I really don't.
Where are you from?
Here.
Okay, well, that's Southern.
I know, but would you know that?
I don't think I'm Southern.
I don't think I'm not Southern.
Tore my labrum, cracked the humeral head. What else did I do? I don't know. Where I dislocated it so many times, they actually had to, like, where it'd come out and come back in so many times, it broke the humeral head, so they just had to, like, drill holes in the bone. They went in to do arthroscopic first. They got in there and they were like, huh, it's a little worse than we thought. There were 7 anchors in the front. I think they did some in the back. And then they went in and just drilled holes in the humerus to like wring out some scar tissue that would reattach. That's basically what I have for a labrum right now. Recovering a fumble in football, everybody else landed on it, and I kept going and it subluxed the first time. So then they told me I needed to have surgery, and I was like, I'm not going to miss my junior year of baseball. So I rehabbed it, and then first scrimmage back in baseball, I dove into first, and when I did, it did the same thing. So then from then on, I played the whole season with that shoulder, and I would just like, instead of warming up before a game, I'd just take a TheraBand and like just hit all this stuff. And they said that's the only thing that kept it in place was how tight or how strong my rotator cuff was. Like before games, I'd take like 10 to 15 ibuprofen. And liver's probably shot.
Why are you able to do what you do then with all that damage in your shoulder? Was it the repair that the doctor did, or is it just the training?
I think I'd say a mixture of both. I mean, even after shoulder surgery, like when I was doing your normal like bodybuilding stuff or whatever, it'd still give me problems, but it doesn't give me problems anymore since I've been doing CrossFit.
So, like, how long did it take until you were 100% and beyond?
I'd say,
Prior to CrossFitting, or?
no, I don't know. I'd say now I'm finally, I wasn't nearly, shoulder-wise, wasn't nearly as good as I am since CrossFit for sure. But I don't know, I could throw a ball and do all that stuff. I tried to, because I actually played my senior year and then was going to play in college, so that was after the shoulder surgery, but it still wasn't as strong as it was before. And then now it's getting better, like it gets stronger and stronger. Because I still, when we play intramural football, I'll play some quarterback. So, flag, yeah. Yeah, we do this like, you'll see it, weird 3 quarterback system. So like I'm center quarterback and we have 2 guys out here. And I either run or quick throws, ditch it back to them, they throw it deep, whatever. Let's go play some football.
the final score there?
42-0.
It's fun. Get a little running in?
Yeah. Conditioning.
I haven't charged my phone this week.
All right. There, but
Are you hungry?
gosh. Ooh, I guess.
Are they on that side, maybe? Don't move it in there.
CrossFit.
Sounds really bad. Actually.
Stay clear.
I cheated on this one, Rich. I didn't pan-sear it first.
Our defending champion, Rich Froning. My name is Rich Froning. I'm from Cookville, Tennessee, and I'm here to extend my thanks.
So who's this for?
Some ladies that mom waits on at work.
What event? Oh, when we all made the posters, you looked up. Could you really read what they said?
Which one?
The second last round, when they had the posters, when we were holding up the posters.
The one that said "Marry Me, Dan."
Mine didn't say "Marry Me, Dan." Mine said "I love you, Richie," but I didn't write it. I always call him Richie. I can't call him Rich. I'm still not used to it. So. But one of the ladies made us all posters, and he kept doing this, trying to read them. But
Are you? What goes through your mind when you see your son out there competing?
You're gonna make her cry.
I know. I'm trying not to cry. I'm just so proud of him. He's just so naturally gifted, and he loves what he does, and it's just he's excelled at it that it makes it just surreal to watch, especially to the level that it's at. And watching him on TV, it's ESPN, So.
You went to the games this year and last year, or just this year?
Yeah.
Both years?
Oh yeah, I missed the first year and never will miss again.
How stressed out do you get?
Not bad. He loves it, and so I just enjoy it instead of getting stressed out because he loves it. So.
But I mean, when he's out there competing, are you like fired up, jumping up and down?
Oh yeah. Can't you hear me in the stands? Yeah, pace a lot. I do pace. Yeah. So just a little bit nervous, but I said he's doing what he wants to do. So.
Do you know where they are in the stands at all times?
Sometimes.
Like, do you ever look up at them and like point at them or whatever?
Yeah. Most of the time, that's what I'm pointing at. Trying to.
I mean, like tonight, watching intramural, whatever he's doing, I just love it. So, yeah, it doesn't matter, T-ball, whatever he was doing, so, yeah.
And you make good desserts too.
Well, thank you. Yeah. It's my mother and me. My mom bakes all the time.
So this is your mom's recipes?
No, this is just different ones. Well, that one's a family one, but this is just one I kind of switched around. So, kind of, tweak them a little bit. And always have extra frosting on that one because Rich likes extra frosting.
He is. He's a sugar bear, isn't he?
Yeah, he likes his sugar. But
that's why I had to work out.
Yeah, he says that he has to work out because of my food. But yeah, it used to be like homemade pizza, homemade subs, but you cut out all that bread now that you're in CrossFit. You don't eat bread. So yeah, that's what we were talking about it. A friend said something about eating, and he says CrossFit's wrecked my eating. And I said, what? And he says, you don't eat bread. It's amazing. How much you cut out once you start, watching what he does and all that. So
you're a good mom.
I'm blessed. I tell everybody God knew I needed him.
That's a little creepy. First of all, I work out for a living, so don't judge me on my speaking skills because it's not very good. So who in here knows about CrossFit? All right, I can leave then, so I don't need to talk about it. But seriously, Taylor asked me to come in and kind of share my path. I wouldn't say to Christ, but back to Christ more or less. So I grew up a Christian, was actually born Catholic, and then moved to Tennessee when I was about 5 years old. And my mom went to church with my mom. My dad went to church every once in a while, but my mom was really the, leader in our family religious-wise or faith-wise. So when I was probably 6 or 7 years old, we started going to a Presbyterian church, left the Catholic church. So before I could really ever learn anything about Catholicism, we left the Catholic church. Went to a Presbyterian church for 3 or 4 years, and then went to a Baptist church for a little while. So then in high school, you know how high school goes, stuff gets a little important, more important than what really matters. And I wouldn't necessarily say, you know, I thought I was a Christian, believed I was a Christian, but wasn't living for Christ, wasn't living like I should. Same thing in college, same thing when I started CrossFit. Started CrossFit in 2010, went to the CrossFit Games after doing CrossFit for a year. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the YouTube videos of, there's a famous rope climb fall. Wouldn't really call it a climb, but it was more of a fall. So I went to the games, got second, and it was kind of after I got out of the CrossFit Games, it was kind of not a dark time, but just kind of needed to reassess why I was doing what I was doing. You know, wouldn't necessarily say I was doing CrossFit for the wrong reasons, but wasn't doing it for the right. The most important thing in my life is Christ, and I was given the physical skill set to glorify Him. So before the 2010 Open, or 2011 Open, I got that tattoo that you guys see, the Galatians 6:14, and it's, "May I never boast in anything except for the cross of the Lord Jesus Christ, which has been crucified to me and I to the world." And so that kind of gave me, because in 2010 I put a lot of pressure on myself. After the games, I not necessarily wanted to quit CrossFit, but I didn't want to compete anymore. Just wasn't what I wanted to do. But in 2011, those guys kind of showed me that CrossFit isn't who I am. It's not what defines me. Yes, CrossFit is something I do, and it's what I do for a living. But CrossFit's my platform to reach out to people, to come speak at things like this, which I absolutely can't stand, is talking in front of people. So luckily, I can work out fast. So, like I said, now in 2011, after I got I wouldn't say the tattoo was the reason I won, but I feel like putting Christ first in my life relieved a lot of pressure. I could go out there and do the things that, you know, God gave me the talent that He gave me, not necessarily to win the CrossFit Games. He didn't help me win the CrossFit Games. He could care less if I won the CrossFit Games, but I think He uses me to reach to people and to show people that, you know, live your life for Christ, not for yourself. And that's kind of luckily 2012 was the same outcome. So I've been blessed, and appreciate you guys having me. So thank you.